I'm tired of guard duty.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be a way.
There's still a long road ahead.
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade. Yes, this must be the...
Windblade!
Takes us up to... Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't... Alright, let's follow... Oh, hang on, it looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the Oh... Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the...
I'll keep this close.
May knowledge guide you.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes... No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a... now Paimon's...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shake?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Time to act. Oh, my sword!
Nice and spicy.
Swift and merciful!
Ring cutter!
Tactical retreat!
Take the target alive!
Ring outlines your fate.
One with my blade!
Inadmissible evidence.
Take this!
Submit for judgment!
I'm the right
the target alive!
No, my sword!
Bested.
Tactical!
Who goes there?
Retreat!
Attack!
Attack the frost!
Witness the power of the rock.
From whence you came!
Take the target alive! Take this!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the...
We're invited guests, here to look for the liyue.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to...
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest.
So this was all a misunderstanding.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adept.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adept.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking... I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that how surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, the time of the Adepti has...
Another...
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended... You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings a rich gift...
Favor? But, wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of...
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool... So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night! Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time... Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Rain outlines your fate. Not good.
One with my blade.
Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? No! That was definitely someone in trouble. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Let me weave you a verse.
Eat this!
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade. Attack.
Nice and spicy.
Time to act.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques?
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service, and now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can...
Great! Paimon sugar frosted slime. Told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned.
Yep. It's great. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Mingo.
Time to act.
one with my blade.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me,
Yes. How many?
it's not convenient to speak of no.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep,
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you.
it's Ning. Since this is our first meeting,
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the... At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke. As such, I have been putting
what?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of...
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang
You weren't peeking...
I fear that peeking would have been a little Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti.
A touch of frost.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the 7, another Lord of Geo, will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play...
Ooh! Isn't this that...
Why, you've kept your ear...
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that...
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... I originally thought her a bit, but after she said those, well... I must say that quite a few of my... I won't deny that Rex Lapis... Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have been... Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. Wait, that's right. Speaking of it...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this?
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Sigil of permission. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of research on the Sigil of permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Oh, well, should we Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang, that we should confirm... That's what... anyway, we'll see. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these... Written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Witness the power of Guhua.
One with my blade.
Flash freeze. Chill to the bone. I will end you.
Race you! Dinner's gonna burn.
Have a load of this. Chill to the bone.
Submit for judgment.
Let's move. It's not to my game. Answer this quickly.
Down.
No excuse for signing. Now you're not going anywhere.
May my final step be a monument to chivalry.
What's up this time?
The law has loopholes.
Backing off. This was well done. Easy charge, roasting fry. That seemed to work. Now you're not going anywhere. Hurry up. This should be fun. This was well done.
A minor setback.
Roasting fry.
I have taught you everything I know.
careless.
Incinerate!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Use this first.
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade. Attack!
Rain outlines your fate.
Boba, get them!
Finally, some quiet.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the head? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Body and mind.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intent. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her, even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
On Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't No matter what they may be planning, you must be...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of party?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be...
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Time to act. Body and mind.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Not good.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Rain cutter.
It really hurt! Boba, get them! Ow! You're toast! No, did I ruin everything?
From whence you came!
Motion to compel. Tropical flame. Incinerate. Rain outlines your fate.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to...
Well, that's nice and all, but...
Unfortunately...
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised... Ah! That reminds me. How was your visit to the...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I get...
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her sister?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace,
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This... As a mortal, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position... Well, let's save that conversation. I also know where Wild Glaze...
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me...
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are most given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to...
Wow. See? All right, I think it's about time... What happened? The city gate is swarming with Lilith and...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wondershare Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are
desperate times.
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Chiefs, however, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo...
Surely the liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy.
And what now? How...
That's all Ningguang. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on... Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between... Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wondershare Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wondershare Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler.
Having connections with the Fatui seems. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to, he must be waiting for the moment when no one. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
Time to act. All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Time for some training?
Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted around. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. But even if we can't or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain. Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to go make sure.
Time to act.
Allow me!
You've already fulfilled your
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but where, if it weren't for that lovely... stopping them...
So you've been planning to...
As one of the 11 she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking the time for discussion and either way. Win the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You could say... When Signora, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again.
Oh, so besides, you could never defeat... Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. A fine opportunity! How How unbecoming.
Let me weave you a verse.
Cowering already?
Help! Beginner is attacking me!
Swift and merciful.
A fine opportunity.
Submit for judgment.
So quick to flee.
Rest and rebuild!
Celestial Voyager! You missed a spot! Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Break!
Allow me!
Time to act. I let my guard down.
This!
No, my sword! Ring cutter!
No use hiding back there! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Your Gnosis is over. Now, don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
Forth, my blade. A touch of frost.
Hold the line!
Not good. Body and mind.
Permanence of the deep! Eat this!
good. Time to act. A minor setback.
Spirit Blade! Attack! But how?
Help! Regeneration's tracking me! Boba, get them!
Die here.
Witness the power of Gurwa.
Rest and rebuild!
Shatter!
No ingredients for me today!
Rain outlines your fate. Not good.
Hold the line!
Body and mind. Not good.
Rest and rebuild! That really hurt!
Die here.
No, my sword.
So you went.
Look! Child's back!
Well, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter, you had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't—
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senor. You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle is already— Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring— Given that the Gnosis wasn't— In fact, it might be—
What? So you mean that—
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the cap— As such,
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to that. The truth is, unfortunately,
So what are you planning to—
I will awaken the god—
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the— If such an ancient god would be unleashed upon liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years—
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a— With the power of so many sigils of— Using the powers of ancient god— But knowing that such an action will not— Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? chamber flying over just as we came? Did we make...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy. Even from all the way...
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago. So will the power of the Chising,
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? What?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once reap, and as fate would have it, for what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti?
I suppose this is one... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
One with my blade! From whence you came!
Rain outlines your fate.
Have a load of this! Cook this.
You're toast! Goba, get them!
Time to act. Let me weave you a verse.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
We submit for judgment! Swift and merciful!
Stay right there!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look! Water!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body, it's like the time in giant cars. Wow, it's a Madam Payne shockwave. This granny's really strong.
Ring cutter.
Covenant of the Deep.
Not breaking a sweat! My duty.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Assistance. Witness the power of Gurwa.
Not breaking a sweat! You're not going anywhere!
From whence you came! One with my flame!
Rain.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Here to close. Let me use my
Submit for judgment!
You're not going!
A touch of frost!
With your backing!
Taurus, bring refuge! Hold the line!
One with my blade!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this run off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
Let me amuse my assistance. No longer.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster, the effects of the sigil, it will be some time.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't
Save your flag.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang at first, it was only the size of a small room. But with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before. It is a testament to Ningguang. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiation. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well what... 3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, but that does not mean that the Liyue do not merely cast your protect-
Are you questioning our means of
I mean no
Forebearers, you say?
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing. I also thought to tell him how the past but I dared not.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective.
Right. That's the animal Archon sought to quell the
Each of the 7 nations has its...
Though your point is the very height of... As Adepti, we've become...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just...
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their vision. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be...
You see, the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their... Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between God.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror... One fears that by the time one finally... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti, but how will we ensure...
All right, Mooncarver.
Looks like the conflict Oh, right! Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to... Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wondershare Funeral Parlor.
Time to act.
Longsword in hand and the world at my feet.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack? We had better go and make sure...
Body and mind.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
Time to act.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, it seems that...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still... right. I am that...
No, don't let her get to... You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatu.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together. Nothing personal. We just have... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract. is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Childe? No, wait. That's an exciting...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing?
Gathering all the forces...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the I stood motionless among the crowds, asking. But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I was liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cat. Indeed I was. That's right. Which is why I continued to...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has...
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired. Take the Adepti, for instance. Credit is also due. This meant I could remit. All of these things turned out as I had expected them. They seized the opportunity.
Huh?
On the
Hey, what about me?
I think that thanks would be more if you hadn't created...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, Maki? Be that as it may.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask?
Right! As Zhongli...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all... As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for your... One of the clock...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know, there's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that
Fatui?
Shh! Lower your voice.
Time to act.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who is...
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess...
Ah, forget it. Hear ye all!
The Qi-Sing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountain, gods and adepti live glorious lives. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the... So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. What could the Qi-Sing already have... Did Zhongli tell them exactly, right? Ooh, seem... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Traveler.
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The liyue Qi-Sing always repay their... Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Rex... perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best choice.
And to think I'd put my best but it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be. Well, that's fine. So...
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is... And here you are looking over...
Why would I... Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli.
You're right. I do like them. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it, but since you weren't used to not being able to...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange the Archon Morax. I must thank... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey...
Paimon thinks that we...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is... Yes. The nation has the Electro-Archon Ball. And just...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often... But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have...
That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine.
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun, the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that at 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to...